Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Jai Hind, your daily boost. Tithi Nakshatra and important anniversaries, a spiritual and historical insight of 11th January 2025, Saturday, Bengali date 26 Posh 1431. As per Venimadov Sil Ponjika, today's Tithi is Sukla Dadusi and up to 0744 hours and after that Sukla Troyodosi. Today's Nakshatra is Rohini Nakshatra and up to 1224 hours and after that Mrigashira Nakshatra. Today is 11th day of the year. There are then 354 days left in 2025. Today is second Saturday of 2025. Today is International Thank You Day. International Thank You Day is celebrated yearly on January 11. It is a day that serves as a reminder that we ought to express our gratitude to those who have made our lives better in some way. What better month to reflect on this than the beginning of the year? We often forget to say thank you because we take it for granted or we assume that others know how we feel. This day was founded to recognize the importance of always saying thank you. Today is International Parity at Work Day. International Parity at Work Day is celebrated annually on January 11th to promote equality, fairness, and inclusivity in workplaces around the globe. This observance emphasizes creating environments where individuals, regardless of their gender, ethnicity, religion, or other characteristics, have equal opportunities and are treated with respect and dignity. Today is World Sketch Note Day. World Sketch Note Day is celebrated every year on January 11. The word sketch notes is a composition of the English words for sketch and notes. Sketch notes can be created for simple instructions, recipes, sketch files, and travel memories in sketch form, to-do, and shopping lists. Today is National Human Trafficking Awareness Day. National Human Trafficking Awareness Day is recognized each year on January 11. DHS Blue campaign hosts to raise awareness of a crime that affects countries worldwide, including the United States. Blue is the international color of human trafficking awareness. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Lal Bahadur Shastri, 2nd October 1904 to 11th January 1966. Lal Bahadur Shastri was an Indian politician and statesman who was Prime Minister of India from 1964 to 1966. He previously served as Home Minister from 1961 to 1963. Shastri was born to Sarath Prasad Srivastava and Ramdolati Devi in Mughalsarai on 2nd October 1904. He studied in East Central Railway Inter College and Harishchandra High School, which he left to join the non-cooperation movement. He worked for the betterment of the Harijans at Muzaffarpur and dropping his caste-derived surname of Srivastava. Shastri's thoughts were influenced by reading about Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi, and Annie Besant. Deeply impressed and influenced by Gandhi, he joined the Indian independence movement in the 1920s. He served as the president of Servants of the People's Society, Lok Sevak Mandal, founded by Lala Lajpat Rai, and held prominent positions in the Indian National Congress. Following independence in 1947, he joined the Indian government and became one of Prime Minister Nehru's key cabinet colleagues. First as Railway Minister 1951 to 56 and then in numerous other prominent positions including the Home Minister. As a Prime Minister, Shastri promoted the White Revolution, a national campaign to increase the production and supply of milk by supporting the Amul Milk Cooperative of Anand, Gujarat and creating the National Dairy Development Board. Underlining the need to boost India's food production, Shastri also promoted the Green Revolution in India in 1965. This led to an increase in food grain production, especially in the states of Punjab, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh. He led the country during the Second India-Pakistan War. His slogan "Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan," "Hail to the soldier, hail to the farmer," became very popular during the war. The war formally ended with the Tashkent Declaration on 10th January 1966. Shastri died the next day. Today is death anniversary of Sir Edmund Hillary, 20th July 1919 to 11th January 2008. Sir Edmund Percival Hillary was a New Zealand mountaineer, explorer, and philanthropist. On 29th May 1953, Hillary and Sherpa mountaineer Tenzing Norgay became the first climbers confirmed to have reached the summit of Mount Everest. They were part of the ninth British expedition to Everest, led by John Hunt. From 1985 to 1988, he served as the New Zealand's High Commissioner to India and Bangladesh and concurrently as ambassador to Nepal. Hillary became interested in mountaineering while in secondary school. He made his first major climb in 1939, reaching the summit of Mount Oliver. He served in the Royal New Zealand Air Force as a navigator during World War II and was wounded in an accident. Prior to the Everest expedition, Hillary had been part of the British reconnaissance expedition to the mountain in 1951, as well as an unsuccessful attempt to climb Chow Oyu in 1952. As part of the Commonwealth Trans-Antarctic Expedition, he reached the South Pole overland in 1958. He subsequently reached the North Pole, making him the first person to reach both poles and summit Everest. Time named him one of the 100 most influential people of the 20th century. Beginning in 1960, Hillary devoted himself to assisting the Sherpa people of Nepal through the Himalayan Trust, which he established. His efforts are credited with the construction of many schools and hospitals in Nepal. Hillary had numerous honors conferred upon him, including the Order of the Garter in 1995. Upon his death in 2008, he was given a state funeral in New Zealand. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Carl David Anderson, 3rd September 1905 to 11th January 1991. Carl David Anderson was an American physicist. He is best known for his discovery of the positron in 1932, an achievement for which he received the 1936 Nobel Prize in Physics, and of the moon in 1936. By studying the tracks of cosmic ray particles in a cloud chamber, in 1932, Carl Anderson discovered a positively charged particle with a mass seemingly equal to that of an electron. Anderson's particle was the first antiparticle proven by experiment and was named a positron. Today is death anniversary of Mr. Isidore Isaac Rabi, 29th July 1898 to 11th January 1988. Isidore Isaac Rabi was an American physicist who received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1944 for his discovery of nuclear magnetic resonance, which he used in magnetic resonance imaging. He was also one of the first scientists in the United States to work on the cavity magnetron, which is used in microwave radar and microwave ovens. Born into a traditional Polish Jewish family in Raimano, Galicia, Robbie came to the United States as an infant and was raised in New York's Lower East Side. He entered Cornell University as an electrical engineer student in 1916, but soon switched to chemistry. Later, he became interested in physics. He continued his studies in Columbia University, where he was awarded his doctorate for a thesis on the magnetic susceptibility of certain crystals. In 1927, he headed for Europe, where he met and worked with many of the finest physicists of the time. In 1929, Robbie returned to the United States, where Columbia offered him a faculty position. In collaboration with Gregory Brett, he developed the Brett-Robbie equation and predicted that the Stern-Gerlach experiment could be modified to confirm the properties of atomic nucleus. His techniques for using nuclear magnetic resonance to discern the magnetic moment and nuclear spin of atoms earned him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1944. Nuclear magnetic resonance became an important tool for nuclear physics and chemistry, and the subsequent development of magnetic resonance imaging from it has also made it important to the field of medicine. During World War II, he worked on radar at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT) Radiation Laboratory and on the Manhattan Project. After the war, he served on the General Advisory Committee of the Atomic Energy Commission and was chairman from 1952 to 1956. He also served on the science advisory committees of the Office of Defense Mobilization and of the Army's Ballistic Research Laboratory and was science advisor to President Dwight D. Eisenhower. He was involved with the establishment of the Brookhaven National Laboratory in 1946 and later as United States delegate to UNESCO. The creation of CERN in 1952. When Columbia created the rank of university professor in 1964, Robbie was the first to receive that position. Special chair was named after him in 1985. He retired from teaching in 1967 but remained active in the department and held the title of University Professor Emeritus and Special Lecturer until his death. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. Roger Charles Louis Guillemin, 11th January 1924 to 21st February 2024. Roger Charles Louis Guillemin was a French-American neuroscientist. He received the National Medal of Science in 1976 and the Nobel Prize for Medicine in 1977 for his work on neurohormones, sharing the prize that year with Andrew Stelly and Rosalind Sussman Ayalo. Today is birth anniversary of Mr. William James, 11th January 1842 to 26th August 1910. William James was an American philosopher and psychologist, and the first educator to offer a psychology course in the United States. James is considered to be a leading thinker of the late 19th century, one of the most influential philosophers of the United States, and the father of American psychology. Born into a wealthy family, James was the son of Swedenborgian theologian Henry James Sr. and the brother of both the prominent novelist Henry James and the diarist Alice James. James trained as a physician and taught anatomy at Harvard, but never practiced medicine. Instead, he pursued his interest in psychology and then philosophy. He wrote widely on many topics, including epistemology, education, metaphysics, psychology, religion, and mysticism. Among his most influential books are The Principles of Psychology, a groundbreaking text in the field of psychology, Essays in Radical Empiricism, an important text on philosophy, and the varieties of religious experience, and investigation of different forms of religious experience, including theories on mind cure. Along with Charles Sanders Peirce, James established the philosophical school known as pragmatism and is also cited as one of the founders of functional psychology. A review of general psychology's analysis, published in 2002, ranked James as the 14th most eminent psychologist of the 20th century. Survey published in American Psychologist in 1991 ranked James' reputation in second places after Wilhelm Wundt, who is widely regarded as the founder of experimental psychology. James also developed the philosophical perspective known as radical expressivism. James' work has influenced philosophers and academics such as Alan Watts, W.E.B. Du Bois, Edmund Husserl, Bertrand Russell, Ludwig Wittgenstein, Hilary Putnam, and Richard Rorty. Thank you very much for your patience.